Coming up, your weekly roundup of news from around the haunt industry. Welcome to the show. I'm Philip. On the HAN show, we bring you the haunt news, information, and education you need to prepare for Halloween. On Tuesdays, we bring you a roundup of news from haunts worldwide. Read more about these stories and so much more in our free weekly newsletter. Subscribe at the link in the show notes. And as always, for the news roundup, I'm passing it off to Daryl.
Sinners announced for Halloween Horror Nights Orlando and Hollywood. Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios Hollywood will both feature a haunted house based on the 2025 Ryan Coogler vampire horror film Sinners at Halloween Horror Nights 2026. The cross-park reveal makes Sinners the second haunted house confirmed for the Orlando event and the first confirmed for Hollywood. Both versions of the house are set inside Club Juke, the 1930s Mississippi juke joint at the center of the film, with the Smokestack twins facing a vampire attack from Remick's troupe of bloodthirsty vampires. The two coasts typically run different versions of shared houses each year, though Universal has not specified whether that will be the case for Sinners. Sinners earned 16 Academy Award nominations at the 2026 ceremony, the most for any film in Oscar history, and won 4, including Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan. Halloween Horror Nights run select nights August 28th through November 1st at Universal Studios Florida and September 3rd through November 1st at Universal Studios Hollywood. Tickets are on sale now. Hersheypark Dark Nights sets June edition dates. Hersheypark in Hershey, Pennsylvania has announced the additions for the 2026 season of Dark Nights, with 3 days of casting calls running June 18th through June 20th at the offsite location of 27 Northeast Drive between the Dunkin' and Starbucks. Thursday is dedicated to all-star interview sessions from 2 to 8 p.m., while Friday noon to 6 and Saturday 9 to 3 host open auditions for both alumni and new performers. On-day programming extends beyond the audition itself to include lawn games, music, group audition sessions, new hire onboarding, production Q&As, and a Father's Day cook-off for Saturday participants. The recruitment push carries an all-aboard the birthday bash theme tied to Dark Knight's 5th year. On-site parking is limited, and the parking is encouraged carpooling and group arrivals. Epic Universe turns 1. Takeaways. Universal Epic Universe, Orlando, Florida, Vice President and General Manager Jeff Polk sat down with a small group of reporters to mark the park's first year, discuss its unique design elements, and push back on expansion timelines. Polk said Universal is considering future expansions, but is currently focused on optimizing the existing guest experience, comparing the work ahead to the 35 years it took to fully build out the rest of Universal Orlando. Separately, the park has tested an open hub concept that gave corporate event guests free access to Celestial Park without entry to the surrounding lands, and has rolled out a new Captain Cacao meet and greet tied to the Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets shops. On this week's Green Tagged, Philip and Scott discuss how Epic Universe needs smaller experiences to absorb crowds, and Universal may eventually turn Celestial Park into a City Walk-style space or charge per portal. Scott made the case that Celestial Park is pretty lights with no storytelling, a transition space that's too big for the IP-rich lands it connects to, and that the pivot towards atmospheric activations and event-based access is how to solve that without another major build. Follow the links in our show notes to listen to this week's Green Tagged podcast. Disney faces class action over Disneyland facial recognition. A class action lawsuit filed in federal court in California accuses Disney of violating privacy, competition, and consumer protection laws through facial recognition technology deployed at the entrances of the Disneyland Resort in Anaheim, California. The complaint, reported by The Hollywood Reporter, argues that Disney doesn't adequately disclose its biometric collection practices, alleging that photographs of guests' faces are taken at the gate and compared with images captured when the ticket or annual pass was first used. The suit says Disney does not adequately disclose the use of their biometric collection, so consumers, which almost always include children, have no idea that Disney is collecting this highly sensitive data. Attorney Blake Yagman, representing the proposed class, writes that guests should be able to expressly opt into this type of sensitive facial recognition technology with written consent. The onus of privacy rights should not be on the victim. At Disneyland, The automated lanes are signed at each turnstile and run alongside traditional lanes where a card member compares the photo pass to the guest in person. On Green Tagged, Philip and Scott discuss that the real issue is guests' expectations about being informed about any AI use of their biometric data, and likely outcome is a tighter, more explicit opt-in step at ticket purchase rather than the rollback of the technology itself. The case also matters because Universal has been testing an open hub concept at Epic Universe, where access can be limited to the Celestial Park alone, and any move towards per portal entry would rely on the same category of verification now being challenged in court. Field of Screams Nixa expands to Branson with a new indoor haunt. The Field of Screams Nixa in Nixon, Missouri, is opening a new indoor haunted attraction at Ballparks of America in Branson, Missouri on September 11th. The new operation, Field of Screams Branson, will run roughly 40,000 square feet at launch under a multi-year sublease, with a plan to grow to 100,000 square feet over the next few years. The launch attraction is called the Ninth Inning Nightmare, a nod to the baseball venue. Owner Derek Moore told OzarksFirst.com that the sets will be cinematic in scale, with Moore also running new entertainment attractions owned by Ballparks of America, including zombie laser tag, glow mini golf, and escape rooms. The 270,000 square foot Ballparks of America campus will continue normal operations, including its fall baseball tournament slate. The Hotel of Terror reaches purchase agreement with the city of Springfield. Since 2019, the Hotel of Terror in Springfield, Missouri, and the city of Springfield have been in negotiations for the purchase of the haunt's property to allow the city to make improvements to a nearby bridge. In 2023 and at the tail end of 2025, the city attempted to seize the property via eminent domain, but an outpouring of public support for the haunt repealed the bill in 2023, and in 2025 pushed the issue to a referendum vote scheduled for this coming August. This past week, however, owners Sterling and Melissa Mathis have agreed to sell the property to the city for $2 million. Possession of the property will be delayed until January 1st of 2027, allowing the haunt to operate one final year at its current location. Sterling Mathis announced the settlement to supporters via a social media post on May 19th. After years of uncertainty and legal challenges, our family has decided to settle and move forward. This has been an emotional and exhausting experience, and the stress has greatly affected my family, especially my wife's health. With this settlement, it is impossible to rebuild. We are planning to open this season for the Hotel of Terror's last season. We are grateful to everyone in the community who has supported us and stood by us through the years. Monsterpalooza comes to Pasadena, California this weekend. Celebrate the art of monsters and movie magic this weekend as Monsterpalooza returns to the Pasadena Convention Center in Pasadena, California, May 29th through 31st. The event features over 450 vendors, monster museum, makeup demos, celebrity guests, panels, and more. Programming for haunt enthusiasts include a behind-the-scenes look at Las Vegas's Universal Horror Unleashed, Saturday at 5 p.m., and a discussion about the legacy of New England's beloved horror theme park, Spooky World, Saturday at 4. Tickets for Friday, Sunday, and the 3-day general admission are on sale now. Pre-sale Saturday single admission tickets are currently sold out. There will be a limited number of Saturday tickets available for purchase at the door starting at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Get ready for Midwest Haunters Convention June 6th and 7th. The Midwest Haunters Convention returns to the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, Illinois for 2 days of pre-convention tours, June 4th and 5th, and 2 days of trade shows and programming, June 6th and 7th. Produced by Transworld Trade Shows, MHC offers an expansive trade show floor, education-focused seminars, exclusive behind-the-scenes haunt tours, contests and makeup wars, an annual costume ball, and more. Quick facts and the event overview. The Pre-Con Haunt Tour, Thursday, June 4th, includes an immersive lights-on walkthrough of Disturbia Haunted House in Downers Grove, Illinois, a light dinner and behind-the-scenes tour of Hell Gate Haunted House in Lockport, Illinois, and a full show with live actors at 5 Points Haunted House in West Chicago. Friday Night Haunt Tour on Friday, June 5th includes full shows with live actors at Basement of the Dead in Aurora, Illinois, and the Massacre Haunted House in Montgomery. All access, open to the public. Kids 12 and under are free on the show floor with an adult badge. Signature events: Bloody Mary Monster Makeup Wars on Saturday at 4:15, the Zombie Walk Saturday at 5:30, Costume Party Saturday at 8:30, Sinister Visions Costume Contest Sunday at 11:15 a.m. There's family fun, including the MHZ Kids Zone, live animal demos, and hourly ticket giveaways. New for 2026 is Game Night, Saturday at 5:30. Relax with friends and meet fellow Halloween enthusiasts for an energetic mix of party games, classic favorites, ridiculous challenges, and more. Hosted by Scott Tater Lind. Hands-on Learning Lab, a vibrant gathering space for creators, builders, scare actors, and haunt enthusiasts. Features networking, mini education sessions, and demos throughout each day. Over 100 exhibitor booths, masks, animatronics, DMX lights, fog machines, makeup, costumes, and more. And more than 15 classes and workshops. Learn about projection mapping, prop controllers, custom 3D silicone prosthetics, foam tombstone carving, and more. Tickets are on sale now, starting in $40 to $50 for one-day show floor access, $65 for Saturday and Sunday show floor access, and $230 for weekend passes, including a Saturday and Sunday show floor access, all one-hour seminars, and the Saturday night party. Prices increase after May 29th at 11:59 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Some upcoming events May through July 2026 include Monsterpalooza in Pasadena, California, May 29th through 31st. Midwest Haunters Convention, Rosemont, Illinois, June 6th through 7th. And Texas Haunters Convention in Irving, Texas, July 18th and 19th.
And that's all for the news this week. Today's episode was produced by me, Philip Hernandez, with reporting by Daryl Plunkey, post-production by David Swope. This Haunt News Update is a production of the Haunted Attraction Network, and you can sign up to our weekly newsletter at hauntedattractionnetwork.com. Support for this episode comes from Gantom Lighting and Controls. Until next time, Haunters, stay scary.
This is a Haunted Attraction Network production.